My name is Beatrice, and this story isn't about me. It's about my older sister Vera. She vanished almost 2 years ago, and no one really knows how. The police closed the case as a voluntary disappearance, but I know it was much, much worse, because I heard her final broadcast. Vera was a radio host. She worked at a small community station in a remote town called São Remo, deep in the countryside of Minas Gerais. The station operated out of an old house on top of a hill, surrounded by thick forest. It only broadcast at night. Vera loved that. She used to say the world only truly goes quiet after midnight. Everything was normal. Until the night of her last show. I was at home listening online. The clock read 12:17 a.m. when something strange happened. She was reading listener letters, laughing, talking with that calm, familiar voice. When suddenly the transmission cut out for 6 full seconds. When it came back, her voice had changed. Lower, shaky, and she sounded confused. She said, "Sorry. The lights just flickered here, but I'm back. Is anyone there? Hey." I thought I heard something outside. First I thought it was a prank. Vera loved doing horror specials around Halloween. But the way she said it, that wasn't acting. It was fear. Real fear. She kept the show going but started describing what she was experiencing. Said she heard footsteps outside the studio. That the lights were flickering. That the air felt heavy. And that the generator sounded wrong. Slower, like time itself was dragging. Then she stopped talking. And just breathed. Nearly 2 minutes of silence, except for her breath. By that point the live chat was exploding. People asking if she was okay. Someone even called the local police. But it was too late. She whispered, barely audible, "There's something standing at the door." And then her voice was gone. But the transmission kept going. For the next 4 minutes, we heard sounds that are almost impossible to describe. A low, pulsing hum, like a chant mixed with static. Something between a tribal song and a digital scream. Then came the scratching, nails or claws dragging along wood. Something metallic scraping the floor. And finally, crying. But it wasn't Vera's crying. It was a baby's cry. That was the last thing anyone heard before the broadcast went completely dead. The police found the radio station's door wide open. All the equipment was still on, but the studio was empty. There were no signs of a struggle. Just one strange detail. Every wall in the room was covered with small handprints, as if dozens of children had touched everything. And not a single fingerprint matched Vera's. For weeks, the station remained closed. But then one night at 3:33 a.m. my phone rang. Private number. Picked up, heart pounding. On the other end, slow breathing. In a voice. My sister's voice. "He lives in the sound, Bea. He lives in the frequencies. Don't listen. Never listen all the way through." The call dropped. The next day, I got an email with an audio file attached. It was titled, "Doing a MP3. I couldn't resist. Press play. It started with static. Then Vera's voice, singing a lullaby. One our mom used to sing when we were kids. But it was reversed. Twisted. The longer I listened, the darker my vision became. I felt heat behind my eyes. Like something was trying to claw its way out. I ran to the bathroom, and I swear to God my eyes were bleeding. I smashed the phone. Burned the flash drive. Ever since that day, I don't listen to the radio. I don't play music at night. I don't talk about what happened. But if you're hearing this now, if you still listen to the radio alone in the dark, maybe, just maybe, he's already tuned into you.